Welcome everyone. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at the Solana DEX ecosystem. It's just a quick overview of what's out there, what you can use, why you might want to use it. I'm not going to be covering all of the DEXs because there are a few that are just simply stable swap platforms like Saber and Mercurial Finance. I'll only be covering the ones where you can swap between multiple tokens, and not every DEX, because there are always lots of no-name DEXs out there that no one really uses, just a lot of them, and I think that the main ones that you should really be paying attention to for now. I might mention some in the future that might become more important within the Solana DeFi ecosystem. But for right now, I'm just going to go with the ones that you can actually use and are on mainnet right now. But our first decentralized exchange that we're coming to today is Mango Markets. So Mango Markets is a central limit order book exchange. So you can have an order book here and you're going to be able to put in limit orders as opposed to the traditional AMM that you see on Ethereum. So like Uniswap and SushiSwap, on there you can't really put limit orders through. However, with Mango Markets, you can put limit orders through, you can put market orders through. It's very similar to what you see with a centralized exchange. In fact, so the best thing that I can compare Mango Markets to is FTX. With Mango Markets, you can do spot margin trading, and recently they've implemented Mango Markets V3, which allows for perpetual futures trading as well. So you can think of Mango Markets like FTX, but on chain, which is quite cool. And I do enjoy using this DEX quite a bit. Whenever you deposit assets, they automatically get lent out. So if you can see here, I've deposited USDC, and just by having it on Mango Markets, I'm getting 0.29% a year through interest. However, this can vary a lot depending on how much people are borrowing and how much people are lending. Like I've seen this go as high as like 40-50% quite a few times. But yeah, I like Mango Markets. It's quite easy to do, to trade on. It's quite intuitive, and but for right now, we've only got a few pairs that you can trade on. So we have the native token, Mango, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Serum. So I think in the future, Mango Markets will be able to support up to like 50 pairs, and that's all going to be leverage trading as well. And I really think that Mango Markets is a big future, because once synthetic stocks really come into their own and get brought onto the Solana blockchain, then you're going to be able to trade them on leverage with Mango Markets, which is really cool, because you can't do that in the stock market, because I think you need at least $25,000 to be able to margin trade. However, it brings margin trading to everyone then, which is nice, and that's what I love about decentralized finance, right? It is regulatory arbitrage. So the next decentralized exchange I'll be looking at is Bonfida. So Bonfida is an interesting one. I really like this decentralized exchange because they have a lot of pairs, a lot of the pairs that you won't see anywhere else as well. So they have a lot of the majors, a lot of big ERC20 tokens as well. Most of what you'll ever want to trade will be here on Bonfida. What else I like about them as well is that they have unusual pairs like Kinray. I know there's not a lot of volume on these, but I think they also have Woo Trade. And Woo Trade is a token that I would like to buy, but I don't want to go to any centralized exchanges, and I don't really want to use Ethereum to buy it because of how expensive gas is, and I don't want that to be like prohibitive to me. Now, Bonfida also has perpetual futures. However, when I click on this here, I'm actually banned from using it because I am from the UK, and anyone from restricted jurisdictions won't be able to use this. So this is quite annoying because it's meant to be decentralized finance, permissionless, uncensorable, but it's whatever. We can go on to one of the markets and I can show you the trading user interface. So it's very similar to what we see on the Serum DEX. I quite like Bonfida. It's quite easy, intuitive to use. One thing I would say is that basically most of the decentralized exchanges on Solana are built on top of Serum. So what they do is that they they're a front end for Serum, but they'll provide different functions as well. such as being a swap platform or offering margin trading. But what they'll do is they'll take liquidity from the Serum books, and then when people deposit Serum onto the exchange, it lowers the fees for everyone on that particular exchange. So the more people that put Serum onto Mango markets, the cheaper the fees will be. The more people that put Serum onto the Bonfida markets, the cheaper it will be. Also with Bonfida, what I like about it is that it's slick. You can use bots. Like, I love Bonfida. It's really nice and good. The one downside, perpetual futures, not accessible to anyone in restricted jurisdictions. I know they are good though, because they offer like 20x leverage as well, which is quite nice. So decentralized exchange number 3 is Serum. So Serum is, as I said before, the decentralized exchange of which all the other decentralized exchanges on Solana are built on top of. So Serum was founded by the guys over at FTX, so Sam Bankman-Fried, Alameda Research, all of those guys. They made this DEX, and I think it was the first one on Solana. And then everyone else decided to build on top of that because the books on Serum are just so liquid, because Alameda Research, Jump Trading, a load of other institutions have committed to provided liquidity within these markets. Now on Serum, you have a lot of pairs here, a lot of the good pairs, like I talked about with Bonfida. There's one thing that I don't like about Serum, and that's the fact that if you don't see a pair here, you're going to have to click on this cross and then add a market. I think you'll be able to see here that I've added Orca, and yet I still actually can't see the graph for Orca whenever I press it. I can see the order book, but it shows me Serum for whatever reason. But yeah, I can see the Orca order book, and I can trade off of that, but I can't see the graph. So yeah, whatever there. Now, on Serum, you also have a swap functionality, so if you don't want to deal with placing any limit orders or market orders or just doing any order book trading, you can press that, and once you press that, it takes you to Symmetry, which is the next decentralized exchange I wanted to talk about. So as you saw there, when you press the swap function on the Serum DEX, it actually brought you to Symmetry because it's so easy to use, it's quite intuitive, and it's quite slick as well. I like Symmetry. I think everyone should probably get onto Symmetry just for the swapping, and they have like a dashboard function. They have indexes that will be coming in the future. I really like this DEX. As you can see here, it's quite easy and simple to use. You've got most of the major pairs here as well, the same ones that you would see on Serum. Additionally, what I like about Symmetry Finance is the fact that the transaction fees, I think, are the lowest on Solana. So if you want to do any swaps, it will probably be cheapest to go to Symmetry Finance to do your swaps. Now, not trades. If you do limit order trades, they're going to be cheaper because I think that you get an extremely small fee for doing so, for providing liquidity, or you even get paid market maker rebates, which is nice as well. But if you just want to swap, go to Symmetry Finance. The next place is DexLab. So DexLab Exchange, it's good. I like it. You got a lot of pairs here. Additionally, you can see that we have NFTs, so you can buy all of the Star Atlas NFT posters as well here. What you have on here is just like a lot of your basic pairs, as we've spoken about before. Nothing really that I want to say especially about this. Again, built on top of Serum. I quite like the trading user interface. It's nice, but this is just, you know, an average level exchange on Solana. Next place to go to is Radium. So Radium, I think, is sort of like the dominant AMM on Solana. So most people, when they think of doing swaps on Solana, they'll go to Radium. Radium has all the pools and the farming, and they have a launch pad as well. I think it's probably got the highest amount of TVL in the Solana ecosystem too, at like over $1 billion. So it's quite popular. If you go in here, you have most of the basic pairs, as we said before, on Serum. Nothing too special with Radium. However, you also have the trading functionality as well. So if you click on here, As you can see, it's just basically what we saw with DexLabs, very similar, and it also has the charts taken from Bonfida. Again, another decent exchange on Solana. Nothing to really rave about. It does a lot of things well. However, if I wanted to do a pure swap, I would just go to Symmetry Finance, and if I wanted to do a order book trade, I'd probably just go to Bonfida. However, I do like the trading user interface on here as well. And I think with most of these dexes, the prices that you're going to get are going to be very similar because they source the liquidity from Serum DEX. And now going on to Orca. So Orca is another AMM swap platform. So no order books here. It's basic, it's normal, simple. User interface is nice. However, I can't really show you because when I click on the exchange, I get a blank screen that comes up. And this has been this way for a while. I don't know if I'm on the wrong website. I'm inclined to believe that I'm on the right one. So I don't know why this has happened, but I can't really say that many good things about Orca because I can't really use it. I was able to use it a couple of months ago and I did a few swaps and then I got airdropped the Orca tokens. But ever since they sort of announced the airdrop, I haven't been able to use Orca. So I can't really rate this very highly on the Solana DEX ecosystem scale. Now we're on to the meme exchanges. So Solape is, I think, probably the best meme DEX on Solana. So again, built on Serum, quite a nice user interface. Basically, they just took the Serum one and jazzed it up. I like this a lot better. If we compare this to Serum, I don't really like this trading user interface. It's not that nice. However, Solape, they do a really good job here. It looks quite clean. So we see here they have most of the basic pairs. However, they have some ones that are a little bit under the radar. So like Boring Protocol, Apex. So this is, I think, the native token for Solape. And they have just a bunch of meme coins. So we have Degen here. What else? Keck. I'm probably thinking you have, yeah, Potato, Samo, all of your basic meme coins. If you remember, if you were early to the Solana ecosystem, you got airdropped like a bunch of meme coins. This is where you ended up to go ahead and trade them. Solape is nice. They have a leverage platform as well, Apex leverage, and this is basically just a fork of Mango Markets. In fact, no, they just built on top of Mango Markets. And then we'll go on to the next one. And this is Kermit. So Kermit is another meme exchange. So essentially what this has done is just built a front end for Serum and then listed a bunch of meme coins. Can't really say too much about this. I don't think anyone really uses this anymore. Pretty trash tier DEX. Also, like the meme coins, like, yeah, it was nice back when we all got the airdrops and then I instantly sold them. But there's really no reason to use Kermit anymore. I would say that Solape has really taken the cake for like best meme DEX. Alright everyone, so I made a tier list of what I think are the best Solana DEXs right now, or the ones that I think are most relevant. There are a few that are going to come out that will be good, and I'm going to have to redo this tier list. However, these are the ones that are currently on mainnet, and I think that you should be paying attention to. So we'll take it from the top and we'll work our way down. So at S tier, we have Bonfida. Now, Bonfida is a really great DEX. I enjoy the order book trading on there. It's nice, it's easy to use, it's intuitive, and it feels very familiar with centralized exchanges. Additionally, they have perpetuals on Bonfida, which I really like. They offer up to 20x leverage on the perpetuals as well, which is quite nice. So additionally, Bonfida has a few trading pairs, which you can't really find anywhere else on Solana. So going down to A tier, first of all, we have Mango Markets. It's up here because I like the spot margin trading functionality. Perpetual futures has just been introduced, and we will continue to see more markets being added into perpetuals and spot margin trading as time goes along. The team is really great. They know how to build. They came out of the Solana hackathon like maybe about half a year ago, and they're a really great responsive team. I like using the DEX. It's probably one of my favorite places to go on the Solana ecosystem. At number 2 on the A tier is Symmetry. So Symmetry is the best place to do swaps on the whole of Solana. You go there, it's the cheapest fees, it's very intuitive, easy to use. If I was going to do swaps, I would go instantly to Symmetry, and that's the reason why Serum DEX, when you press on the swap functionality, it takes you to Symmetry Finance instead of using their own swap stuff. So I like it, A tier. Next we have Radium. So Radium is the go-to place for I think most people trading on Solana, doing swaps. What it does well, it does limit order book trading well, and it also does swaps well. However, limit order book trading is done better on Bonfida, and the swaps are also done better on Symmetry, but it's nice just to have it all in one place, and it's quite easy to use as well. I like the user interface. Now we go on to B tier. So you might be thinking, why do I have Serum and B tier? Purely because all of these other DEXs are built on top of Serum and they provide better functionality. Like if I want to do swaps, I go to Symmetry Finance. If I want to do margin trading, I go to Mango Markets. And if I want to do limit order book trading, I would rather just go to Bonfida. Like the experience is better there. That's why I have Serum at B. I can't really have it any lower because like everything else is basically built on top of Serum, but I just don't like using Serum itself. Additionally, you have to add markets to Serum if you can't find them. As you saw before with the Orca tokens, I had to add the market and then I still couldn't see the chart. Quite annoying. So that's why Serum is at B. On C tier, we have Orca DEX. So it's a good DEX. It works just fine. You can do swaps on there. It's quite easy, intuitive to use. Why is it at C? Well, like I said, Symmetry Finance is better for that. I think Radium's better for doing swaps as well because they have more pairs. Each of these swap platforms have more pairs. Additionally, with Orca, it just doesn't even work for me. So I can't really say that I've had a lot of experience trading on it, but I have done before, but I had nothing, there's nothing special to say about it. Next on the C tier is Solape. So Solape, good meme coin DEX. I've got nothing really much else to say about that. If you want to trade any meme coins, it's probably best to go to Solape. They'd probably have it listed first. Other than that, I can't really say I use it that much because I don't really trade meme coins. I mean, I got airdropped a bunch of stuff and I went straight to Solape and Kermit, sold them all, and then never really looked back on this exchange. But it's probably, as I said before, the best meme exchange on Solana. And D tier, we have Kermit Finance. So I've used this a couple times just to sell off any airdrops that I had. I remember a couple months back you were getting airdrops, meme tokens left, right, and center, and I immediately went to Kermit Finance and just sold them off because, I'm not going to keep them in my wallet. There's just no point. It's just free money. I might as well just liquidate it right now. And once I did that, I never used Kermit Finance again. I think they're focusing on building out their NFT platform, which is cool, but the DEX itself isn't very flashy. Didn't really upgrade the user interface that much. I don't really like it, so that's why it's on D tier. There's nothing on E or F tier because, they all work, they're all functional as a DEX, but I can't really put it, any higher than D. It's definitely not on the same level as Solape or Orca Finance. So that was it for the tier list. There are a couple of DEXs that I think might be interesting in the future that aren't currently here on mainnet. So we have Cyclos Finance. Essentially what they do Uniswap V3 style liquidity provision. So it's like concentrated liquidity similar to what we see with Uniswap V3. Whether or not that's like even needed on Solana, I don't know, but it's something interesting. It might be a better system than doing limit order book trading, but I don't really think it is, and we'll just let the market decide on how effective that is. And then the next one is Slope Finance. So Slope Finance is built on top of Serum. It would just be another basic DEX, but its unique sort of selling point is the fact that it's built natively to use on mobile, whereas the other DEXs aren't really. So if you want to do mobile trading, or if you only have a mobile, Slope Finance will probably be the place to go on Solana in the future. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you a good overview of the decentralized exchanges available on Solana. I encourage you to go check them out and form your own opinion Obviously, none of this is financial advice, but I hope you enjoyed this video and make sure to subscribe for more videos like this one.